Hey guys, I'm Emmanuel from Freeform Locs, bringing you yet another fabulous, fantastic, formidable video about Freeform Locs. Okay, today we're going to talk about this 6-ether, 9-ether talk. Okay, let's just want to chop things out. Okay, I don't know, you must have heard something about the 9-ether beings. Okay, if you're watching this video and you look like me, meaning that probably you have my skin color. Look, before we get into this, I want to really be straight about things. Okay, this video is not intended to cause some kind of segregation or something like that. All right, but at the same time, we need to just be, this is just being factual. Okay, it's meant to just bring more understanding, because like I told you guys, you see, I lost my job back in December 2021 because of this here. Okay, and since then I've been on a perpetual pursuit, okay, for truth, for peace, and just understanding, okay, or overstanding, okay. And this journey, which is a continuous one, which would even go beyond me living this life, beyond my death, it's gonna predate, it's gonna postdate me, because I know, not that I believe, I know the same way that my soul inhabited this body and came into this world on a certain July 17, 1984. Okay, in the same way, that soul, when it leaves this avatar, my body, it's gonna reincarnate and come back, to learn those lessons, okay, that I didn't go through in this current existence. That's what I know. Okay, you can share your views with me, guys. So how that connects to what I'm trying to say is that, in essence, we are not all created the same. So that's why I'm saying that this is not meant to be some kind of I've long left those debates or those feel-good kind of videos where we just want to feel good about ourselves as a race, as a people. What is race even, by the way? Because that's even a discussion for another day. Okay, but what I'm basically trying to say, and what I'm really, and I want to really make sure, look, I'm still researching this out. But the thing I've learned about knowledge is that when you watch a video, when you read a book, it's not so much about you taking some information that was far off. Yes, you're downloading information. We're all downloading information. But when it comes to the veracity, okay, of information, there's a connect that is made when you go through the information. Your soul, your being knows that this thing to be true while you're going through the video. I'm saying this because I've been doing some research around this. And once I got hold of it, I was like, there's this thing in me that told me, yes, I know this to be true. And I'm gonna make the connection, okay, as to even why I'm beginning to understand why I got onto this journey, this freeform log journey, okay. It didn't even have to be freeform. Just the idea of having my 9-ether here, okay, expressing it out, okay, as opposed to just always having it cut off. I know this is probably a lot. It's probably coming in from different directions, okay? This is not a scripted video per se. I just want you to flow. We're just chopping things out, okay? In essence, when the research was done, I've forgotten his name, Doctor. I'll get it back for you, okay? When the research was done, they found out that the orang-utan, okay, has a 3 DNA series. We'll get back later on, as to what DNA series is, but I just want you guys to grasp this part of it, okay, if you don't know yet. The orangutan, 3 DNA series. The gorilla, okay, I don't know if who has been to Congo to see the silverback gorillas, or they had 4 DNA series, okay, the gorilla. The chimpanzee, okay, which is an ape, chimpanzee has a 5 DNA series. 5 DNA series. You may not really know, like I'm saying, exactly what this DNA series of a thing just means, but I want you to just understand here, just grasp the fact that these different animals, okay, have different DNA series, okay. Do you say series or series? Doesn't matter. Okay, so orangutan, 3 DNA series. Gorilla, 4 DNA series. Chimpanzee, 5 DNA series. Guess who's next? Okay. Now, the research was extended now to different populations in the world, on Earth, okay? On Earth. Russians, Germans, Caucasians, you name it all. 6 DNA series. 6 DNA series. Japanese, Chinese, Asians, 6 DNA series. By the way, I had a wash this morning, and I just love the way it fell back. In fact, I had it fall back like this. It's still drying out. See here, it's still a little wet. It's still dripping out, but it's drying out. Okay, that's it. 9 ether hair. 9 ether hair, guys. All right, so all those populations, okay, Asian, Caucasian, mix them all up, okay, everything except African descent, 6 DNA series. Now, when you come down to the African, guess what? 9 DNA series. Okay, this is going to make it even more interesting. You have the woolly hair sheep, okay, and you have the straight hair sheep. When these researchers went down to these 2 different, the woolly and the straight hair sheep, they found out that in the straight hair sheep has the 6 DNA series. 6 DNA series, okay? And of course, you must have guessed it, the woolly hair sheep, 9 ether. What I get from this is there's a connection. As I'm doing this research, I realized then the connection between, like, understanding why this thing about hair is so relevant. You could be like the baddest kid on the block, okay? You could be the coolest guy, like soft-spoken. I'm talking about like who I perceive myself to have been, okay, in different neighborhoods where I've lived and everything. The guy who is calm, cool, collected. As long as I had that low hair, this guy is so sweet. He's a teddy bear. He's harmless. The moment I started growing this out, be it in my environment, okay, my immediate environment, or on social media, beyond borders, okay, internationally, then I become this bad boy. Like, I become like the thing that needs to be rejected, like talked about, like putting aside like your qualities, okay, your work ethic, your skills, your competencies, all of that, like it's like all of a sudden Emmanuel is like the devil, or the thing that we dislike the most, all because of his hair. I'm talking also about persons of my race. Let's just use that word for now. We'll talk about that later on. I'm talking about my guys in the neighborhood. I'm talking about former employers, co-workers, family members. All of a sudden, it becomes so relevant. So this thing has, I was like, there must be something. And I've come to the understanding that the whole talk behind dreads and hair grown out, especially the woolly hair grown out, is about expressing this nine ether thing. Now I'm beginning to understand that one of the reasons why I'm growing out my hair like this is to have this perpetual reminder that I'm a nine ether being. It is a constant reminder for me to go back and research this thing out, to understand better who I am. See, the beginning of all spirituality, knowledge, whatever thing you want to call it, is the knowledge of who you are. The knowledge of self. Know thyself. Know thyself. That's why I'm talking about this. I'm not talking about you who's watching. I don't know what you're thinking about this, but I'm talking about me. And the more I understand me, the more I understand the grand scheme of things, the world. The more I understand the micro, then the more I understand the macro. How do you think the Dogon, with no so-called classroom knowledge of geology or astrology or astronomy or physics, were able to tell with exactness the workings of the universe, the galaxies? When you see them, you see how they're in those caves, and gosh, guys, all I wanted to share here is my excitement about diving into this research around the nine ether beings, who they are. I know one thing, I'm one of them. Nine ether is the highest level of genius. Now, take note of the word genius. From the word genius, you have gene. We've been talking about DNA, right? A nine ether being, if you like, is a god. Let me say this again. A nine ether being, like myself, and probably you who is watching, you are God. There's a high chance that you still have your thymus gland. Some other persons of other races have lost it since they were 13 years old. That thymus gland, Thymus gland, it disappears from 13 years old in some the Caucasian races and all of that. You, with a skin like mine, your thymus gland is still there. This is not a video about who is superior or who is inferior or whatever. This is just a factual, this is just facts, okay? And like I said, to put everything into context, This has to do with understanding my own, like understanding myself. Okay, knowing thyself. How you understand the universe, universe, by the way, universe is how you understand you. How you do everything is how you do anything, or vice versa. If you're following, what this means is that your 9 ether here is the highest, is the best graded antenna of consciousness you can get in this world at the moment. And if you're watching me and you have something that is woolly, your dreads are woolly, guy, you have the most upgraded version at the moment of an antenna of consciousness. Plug in, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one.